is up, YouTube? It's Dear coming to you with another video, and I want to share some stuff I learned in the book I've been reading. It's called The 4 Agreements and The Mastery of Self, and now I'm working on The Voice of Knowledge. I want to insert a clip so y'all can see the books. Okay, so those are the books I've been reading, and they've been helping me a lot because it's like once I learned how to. So in the books it talks about like self-rejection, like insecurities, and how to control your insecurities, and how to just be happy with being yourself. And it also talks about how you can create your own heaven on earth once you realize like God made everything perfect, right? So you know how sometimes people say, oh, nobody's perfect, but in reality everybody's perfect in their own way because God doesn't make mistakes, right? So why would he create somebody this way and not create somebody else this way? He curated you to be perfect in your own way. Like everybody has their own special talents, everybody has their own special gifts. You just have to tap into that knowledge. So, but I'm gonna say that for later. So, in the books I've been reading, it's like it helps deal with your insecurities. So, you know, sometimes you might hear like a voice in your head saying, "Oh, I can't do this," or whatever your insecurity is. But in the book it tells you how to control your, like basically learn how to control your thoughts and be aware of your thoughts. I'm not sure if y'all watched my other video like on how to control negative emotions, and I told y'all you have to be aware of your thoughts, learn how to watch your thoughts. So this book teaches you how to watch your thoughts and be aware. So whenever a negative thought pop up in your head, oh, you can automatically change it and switch it to something positive. So our insecurities can come from other people, right? So you know how you go out and you say, this is my favorite shirt, right? I'm wearing my favorite shirt. I get all dressed up in the mirror and everything, and I go out, and then boom, somebody walk past me and be like, oh, that shirt looks ugly, or you know how people like, dang, you just like, you know how say you dress up to go to a party, right? And you think you put on your best outfit and everything, and somebody look at you like, you wore that? Like, what are you doing? But in your head, that's like your best outfit. That's like you think you dress for the occasion and everything. So now you got these people, like whoever said something about your outfit, you got their voice in your head. So every time you go to get dressed up or something, you think like, is this gonna look nice? Am I gonna look nice with this? Because you're trying to fit other people's opinions, like other people's options. Like you're trying to view yourself through somebody else's eyes. But in reality, God made us to see life through our eyes. Like this is our own story. Like everybody has their own life, everybody has their own dream. So your life is a dream, your life is a story. You're the author of your own life. So you're supposed to see your life through your eyes, not nobody else's eyes. So it goes back to when people say that nobody's perfect, but in reality, everybody's perfect in their own way. You're perfect, I'm perfect, the next person's perfect. We're perfect through our own eyes because God doesn't make mistakes when he creates stuff. So why would you think he made a mistake creating you? Like, why would you think that you're not good enough? And when in reality, you are good enough. In your head, you're just telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. And once you tell yourself, you know how you can speak stuff into existence? Once you start saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, you start feeling like you're not good enough. You start bringing in all these negative emotions because with thoughts, attracts energy too. So if you're thinking a negative thought, like I'm not good enough, I can't do this, it attracts negative energy to you. So you're going to start feeling like your thoughts. But once you start saying, okay, once you turn it around and say, I can do this, I have faith in myself, I have confidence, then boom, you start feeling like you have more faith, more confidence. You feel like I can put on whatever I want to put on and not have to worry about nobody telling me, because I know I look good in my eyes because I'm here for my own self. I'm here to be me. So once you learn how to be yourself and learn how to walk in your own shoes, learn how to be comfortable with whatever you do, life will start getting more better for you. I'm pretty sure you're heard of heaven on earth, right? So the more you think positive, the more positive things you do, you start attracting more positive things, more positive things, more positive things. Because when God looks at us, even though we make mistakes, sometimes he still loves us. He looks at us with eyes of love, right? So once you start looking at the world with eyes of love, you're like, oh, this is a beautiful place. This is like, you can create your own heaven on earth. People didn't make up that thing, heaven on earth, for no reason. It had to come from somewhere. You don't have to die in order to get to a paradise. Create your own paradise here while you're living. Because everything you do, say you do this thing, say you do one positive thing, okay, then you start adding more positive, more positive, more positive, more positive. It's like the law of attraction. Whatever you put out, you get back. good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. The universe hears that, and so the universe is going to keep on sending you the energy that you're putting out. So once you start believing in yourself, confidence in yourself, boom, you start getting everything you want, because you know when you manifest, you have to be on a high vibration frequency, like love, enlightenment, joy, happiness, and then it's like all your dreams and manifestation starts coming in. But when you're being negative, and like sadness, anger, fearful, the universe, God in the universe is not gonna see your manifestations, because you acting like this. If you're acting scared now, how would you act with your dreams? Are you gonna be scared to do your dreams? Are you gonna be fearful of your dreams? Are you gonna be angry and gossiping about somebody and say, I didn't like somebody, and I told my friend like, hey, such has a bad attitude, don't go around them, and blah 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 blah, this and that. So you're gonna look at the other person like, dog, they have a bad attitude, I don't want to go around you. And since you're thinking about that, you're gonna start projecting that energy onto that person. So every time you go to that person, you think you have a bad attitude, even though you're not talking to them, then they start treating you with a bad attitude, because you know your thoughts attract energy, right? So as you're putting out, this person has a bad attitude, this person has a bad attitude, you're gonna start pushing that bad attitude on that person. So you're projecting energy that person doesn't even have, because you didn't even give a chance. You didn't give yourself a chance to go talk to that person. That person could have been the coolest person in the world, but instead you listen to your friend, because that friend had one bad experience with that person. You never know what your friend did to that person in order for that person to have a bad attitude. Because you know, most of the time you walk up to people, they don't just have a bad attitude for no reason. So you got to get both sides of the story. But sometimes you really just need to get to know people yourself, because in the 4 agreements to talk about be impeccable. I think that's what they said. But you know, just be responsible. I'm just saying my own words. Be responsible with your words, because you know the tongue is very powerful. So when like you know you can speak things into existence, right? You can literally speak things into existence. So you have to watch out what you say about people. So you know, you don't want to be judged. You don't want somebody to say, oh, this about. So back to the thing about the shirt, like somebody said, oh, your shirt or your outfit is ugly. So if you go talk to somebody and say, oh, you're ugly, or you just judge somebody. I don't want to call anybody fat or nothing, but say you're fat or this, that. And then that person like, dang, you want to really speak some words into that person, or speak words over that person without even knowing it. So now the person's gonna start having thoughts like, am I fat? Am I ugly? And then that's gonna cause. So I'm sure everybody's familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, and how Eve ate from the tree of knowledge and ate the forbidden fruit. So in the book I was reading, in the Voice of Knowledge, it talks about how the tree of knowledge and the fruit was poison, right? And the poison was lies, like because the snake represents the devil, and the devil tells nothing but lies. So the devil told all these lies to Eve to eat. And the Bible said that she only ate one fruit, but in reality, I feel like the fruit she was eating was really lies. Because just like how you can speak onto somebody, say like your shirt's ugly or you look ugly, and that person start thinking, dang, am I ugly? Am I this or that? And before Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, our spiritual eyes was open. That's why everything in the Garden of Eden was perfect to us. Like we was basically living in heaven, paradise. So. But once you start eating those lies, the lies represent insecurity, self-judgment that the devil fed her. Our spiritual eyes closed, and that's when we realized like we're naked. I don't have no clothes on. But before we ate from the tree, we thought we was perfect the way we were, right? So now that it comes back down, because you have a lot of people telling us lies, a lot of people telling us self-judgments. People, basically, everywhere you go, you want to see somebody judging somebody. Well, you might not know they. So in the book of 4 agreements, you have to be like responsible with your words and talking. Even if you're joking with somebody, you never know how much those jokes can hurt somebody. Because somebody might be dealing with something, but they don't tell you, and you just make a joke about them. Boom. And now it touches like insecurity or a wound that they haven't healed from. Because everybody has childhood trauma that we're still healing or we need to heal. So once you learn how to watch your thoughts and learn how to watch your insecurities, you can basically heal a bunch of your childhood trauma. Because in childhood trauma, most of the trauma we go through and most of the emotions we go through is something that we felt a long time ago and we never took the time to heal. So our emotions keep on coming up because our body's telling us, hey, I want to heal this, I want to get rid of this, I want to get rid of this. So that's when sometimes somebody might not even do anything for real, and it makes you so angry because the last time somebody else did it, you never healed from it. So you're getting angry and all these emotions coming up because your body is telling you, hey, I want to release this. But once you learn how to watch your thoughts, you can catch the negative thinking, you can catch the self-judgment and change it into something positive. And once you start changing to something positive, you low-key start healing or stitching. You start stitching up your childhood trauma, because you know, since you're putting out positivity, like you believe in yourself, or you change that negative thought into something positive, you're going to start attracting the energy that you need from it that you never attracted, because you always doubted yourself, and you always just attracted negative energy, and you just kept on making that wound bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But once you change it to something positive, you start attracting confidence, faith, or whatever you're dealing with. You start attracting the positive version of that, and the wound starts getting smaller, smaller, and smaller until boom, you don't have a wound anymore. You got so much confidence. You know, you're so positive that whenever a negative thought pops up in your head, you automatically switch it to something positive, and you attract that good energy from it. Yeah. So y'all remember when I said everybody's perfect, right? I had wrote this down. I was just sitting here channeling, and I wrote this down. Always follow your heart no matter what other people say, because nobody can tell you how you feel. Everybody's heart beats different, because just because your heart beat one way doesn't mean the next person's heart's going to beat the same way. Always follow your heart, because you're feeling it for a reason, not them, because that's your blessing, not theirs. Nobody can take your blessings away but you. So if you mess things up, that's on you, not everybody. What I'm saying, what I wrote down is, like, if you get a feeling, that feeling's for you. God sent you that feeling because he feels like he knows. God sees stuff before we see stuff, right? God created us, so he knows. God put our DNA, it's like a blueprint of our life. So God created our DNA, so he knows the whole blueprint of our life. He knows what we're supposed to do, our purpose and our job, because God sends everybody down here to do a purpose and job. So if he gives you a feeling, or you feel something in your heart, that's God telling you, hey, I want you to go do this. Hey, go do this. You don't have to go talk to nobody else about it, because nobody else has the same heart. You have your own heart. Somebody else has a different heart. So nobody can tell you how you feel. So that goes like with your feelings as well. If you're feeling sad and you want to talk to somebody and they feel like, oh, you shouldn't be sad over this, don't listen to them, because you have the right to be sad. You just don't need to sit in that sad energy. You need to allow yourself to feel your emotions and then release that sadness. So yeah. Oh, I want to talk to y'all about grounding today too, before I end the video. So I don't know if y'all can see me. I got my feet in the ground. So grounding also helps with you, like relieving negative energy and everything. So I learned that if you sit in the grass with no shoes, stick your hands, feet in the dirt, you don't have to like dig in the dirt, whatever. But you know, just sit here and relax in the sun. Inflammation, or eliminate the symptoms that cause inflammation. It can reduce or eliminate chronic pain. It can lower stress and calmness. So like if you're stressed out and you feel like you need to come calm down or whatever, come sit in the grass. It also helps with your nervous system, and it takes like the stress hormones out. And also, y'all know there's like an electric magnetic field going around with everybody's phones and everything. You know, we got phone poles, 5G, whatever. So if you come sit in the grass, like the earth energy, it takes out the negative energy and replaces it with positive energy. So that's really cool. And also females, it helps reduce like period, menstruation symptoms. Like if you have cramps, it helps with that too. I'm not sure how long you have to sit out here every day, but I know if you sit out here for like at least 30 minutes a day and make time, you'll start seeing improvements in your life. I love sitting in the sun. It makes me feel good, energized. When I come out, it just, like I said, y'all, once y'all start operating from love, everything's just perfect to you. Like, you know, like we're all one, like the trees is one. Oh, also if you go hug trees too, it takes off the negative energy. Like the trees, it's like a magnet. I'm sorry, y'all. So it was a wasp, but I don't do bugs. But no, I'm just playing. But it's like the tree takes out negative energy. So when you hug the tree, it's like y'all connecting. Like the tree has a heart, we have hearts. Like the tree's connected to our heart, and it's flushing out the negative energy. It calms us down. It's like grounding. Like you're grounding yourself. You're coming back to yourself. Also, I also talked about in my last video, like removing the negative emotions. Like you're not your emotions, you're yourself. So Don't let your emotions define who you are. Just because you're angry for the moment, before you were angry, I'm De'Air, right? Before I was angry, I was De'Air. So never react or act on your emotions. Always take time to calm down, because you don't want to say something you regret, or do something you regret all because of your emotions. So that goes back to the 4 agreements I learned. Be responsible with your word. Don't take anything personal. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess those are the only 2 I remember. So I guess that's what. Maybe I need to read the book for yourself, but maybe those are the most 2 agreements. Always be responsible with your word and don't take anything personal, because you never know. Somebody might say something to you, but in reality, that's how they feel. Like they're projecting their energy onto you, because whatever you have going on the inside is going to show on your outside world. So if you're angry on the inside, you're going to be angry and try to make everything else angry around you. So that's why you have to really learn how to control your emotions, because you don't want to go to somebody else and then try to make them angry or try to project whatever you feel onto them, because everybody has their own different beliefs. So if you believe one thing and the next person might not believe in what you believe, don't take it personal, because they have the right to see life through their own eyes. Like, you're the author of your own story, they're the author of their own story. Maybe they didn't write that down in their book yet. Maybe you're on a different chapter than they are. So it's just like that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm grateful for everybody watching me and supporting me. I know this has been a cool, y'all watched me grow up from like the first video I did talking about like welcome to my channel. It's like I'm like a completely different person, and I'm so grateful for all the support and views that I get. It's really amazing. So thank you for watching today. I hope I did a good job explaining. Well, in my eyes, I did a good job. So hopefully y'all think I did a good job too. Leave some comments. Let me know what y'all want to hear, what you want me to do next. Yeah, love y'all.